People have lost their faith that if they work hard, if they try to get ahead, if they play by the rules, then that will ultimately result in positive outcomes. I almost failed out of high school. I nearly gave in to the deep anger and resentment harbored by everyone around me. Whatever talents I have, I almost squandered until a handful of loving people rescued me. The message of the right is increasingly, it's not your fault that you're a loser, it's the government's fault. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful are the expectations that they had for their own lives. Americans call them hillbillies, rednecks, or white trash. I call them neighbors, friends, and family. If it's hard for Blue America to see Red America as anything other than a bunch of dumb, racist rednecks, it's hard for Red America to recognize that many minorities are legitimately worried about what a Trump presidency means for their family. There are fewer emotional and financial resources when the only people in a neighborhood are low income. You just can't lump them together because then you have a bigger pool of hopelessness. Of all the things I hated about my childhood, nothing compared to the revolving door of father figures. If you're going to punch the Iranians, you punch them hard. The United States of America is the leader in AI, and our administration plans to keep it that way. America wants to partner with all of you. The Trump administration will maintain a pro-worker growth path for AI, so it can be a potent tool for job creation in the United States. We need international regulatory regimes that foster the creation of AI technology rather than strangle it. My own belief is that we should fight about those issues, debate those issues peacefully in the public square. In 2003, I made the mistake of supporting the Iraq War. I had been lied to that the promises of the foreign policy establishment were a complete joke. The United States has to focus more on East Asia. That is going to be the future of US foreign policy for the next 40 years. China is the biggest threat to our country. We are flooded with cheap Chinese goods, with cheap foreign labor, and in the decades to come, deadly Chinese fentanyl. Europe has to wake up to that fact. It's so dangerous for people to control their borders. So dangerous. The dangerous level is off the charts. I wonder how much money this person's employer gets from the American taxpayer. I'm not endorsing a party in the German elections. Only the AfD can save Germany. The party is most popular in the same areas of Germany that were most resistant to the Nazis. You can't heal what you don't reveal. Difficult takes a day, impossible takes a week. Remind yourself, nobody built like you, you design yourself. A wise man told me don't argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who. Don't tell me what was said about me. Tell me why they were so comfortable to say it to you. I will not lose, for even in defeat there's a valuable lesson learned, so it evens up for me. Don't let nobody take you somewhere their mindset isn't at. You learn more in failure than you ever do in success. We can't expect the government to fix all of our problems. We must take responsibility for our own lives. Hard work and resilience are the foundation of the American dream. The people I grew up around had big hearts and strong values, but they often felt abandoned by the institutions that were supposed to help them. Real change doesn't come from Washington, it comes from families, churches, and communities. I wrote Hillbilly Elegy because I wanted to tell the story of people who often felt ignored and misunderstood. If we want a better future, we have to be willing to fight for it.